welcome to summer. Loving it. So it's just been over a week now since I did my formalin and malachite green treatment. I'm going to re-scrape a couple today, and well, I had Fluke and Costia, so I'm expecting still to have an absolute crap load of Flukes, hopefully no Costia. So I'm going to re-scrape the shower, the troublesome shower, which is just hanging around again. It's over there in the corner looking absolutely dead, but and we'll just, well, I'll start with that one and see where it's at. Hopefully no Costia on that, it was absolutely crawling, and just Flukes, and then obviously if there is just Flukes I can get that treated for. So I had a bit of a fiddle with my drum yesterday. A few videos ago I changed the rubber seal that had perished inside, I don't know, maybe from the UV that's in there. It was actually fitted slightly wrong, and I took the drum apart yesterday and fitted it. It's actually quite simple what I needed to do. You have to actually push the seal down to actually get it to form a seal on the drum edge to stop the junk getting through. So looking at the water now, vastly improved. Absolutely amazing quality now. Back to where it was pre-fitting in the new seal. So the shower at the minute, you can't really see it from here, but it's sitting in the corner over there, not happy. And I've noticed there's a few little nicks in some of the PEX fins of some of these, and that's got, looks like a spot, a bit of dermo, I don't know. And probably the Kohakus needs a little bit of tamidine again. But anyway, so I'm going to scrape that shower, and then get the little Kohaku out, put a bit more tamidine on that. Check my water actually, I haven't done that for a few days. I had that nitrite issue, God knows how or why, because I've got, I think, plenty of filtration, but there we go, that's just the way it works, isn't it? It may be a bit of overfeeding was the issue there, but no ammonia, I don't know. Anyway, so get a few bits together, get the microscope out, and get these scraped, and hopefully just Flukes, but you never know. Anyway, I'm going to get to that now. So there we have it, as you just saw. Flukes. Now one of the fish isn't happy. There must be, just from that one scrape, 60 Flukes on this slide. Couldn't find any Costia on it, or the small Kohakus, so Flukes are my issue now. So I need to do something rapid about that. I don't think I've got any Fluke stuff here. I'm going to have to order something, which I should have done the other day because I knew I had it, but I've just been so busy and completely forgot. Yeah, Flukes, a lot of them. The fish is definitely not happy as well. It just sort of glided over into the net. It didn't really put up a fight. Even when I turned it over in the bowl, it just sort of, it didn't go mental. Bearing in mind the water temperature is 20 odd degrees, so they're quite active. Well, okay. Well, at least it's just Flukes. I might scrape one more just to have a look, but that's seems to be where I need to be going now. Hitting the Fluke and hitting it hard. Right, get online and order some stuff. Hopefully I can get it the next day or two, and then treat. Where are we now? Wednesday. Hopefully Friday, Saturday, the very latest. And I'll do a quick water check now as well. See where me nitrite is at. I said nitrate last time, didn't I? But it's nitrite. I need to find out where that's at. Hopefully that's all but disappeared now. I've been feeding them, but very sparingly, sort of twice a day, and a small handful as opposed to a massive big handful. And it trickles on a bit faster than normal, and with the drum now picking everything out, which it should do, we'll see. Anyway, I'll do that now. Just while I'm over here, I thought I'd have a quick look at this. This is one of the Adam Byer fish. Still looking really good in the sun. It's really, really deep. No, I do like that one a lot. It's still looking good. Happy days for that. Just need to grow. Need to stop having parasites and start being able to lodge some food in. Anyway, I'll get you back. And there's the other one, as if by magic. This one definitely looks to put a bit more length on than the other one. Still looking good. Let's know what to do with the sun here, look. Cracking fish. Get that one back, it doesn't look too happy. I am going to have a quick look at that chag. So it looked like, well, that's the one that did split its tail a few weeks back. And there looks to be what can only be described as like a pimple, which is it could be dermo. So I'm going to have a quick look at that. Not unhappy or anything, that fish. In fact, typical chag, straight over when the food's in, and then bashing everyone out the way to get there first. But that's how it did its tail. There's a few other little marks on its tail actually. Anyway, I'll get it over and get it in the basket and have a bit of a closer look at it. Right. What's that from? Just a pimply bit of... This fish is definitely female, but it's an absolute bulk of a fish. Yeah, just here, look. There's a couple of marks on its tail, but as I say, it was split, but it's nearly healed now. But there is a couple of odd marks there, which could be dermo. I don't really want to pop that in the pond. I'm just going to leave it well alone. Yeah, it's another centimetre-ish of healing for its tail, but I haven't done anything with that at all. I've just left it. Get it back. It's not happy, but I've just quickly flipped it over, nice and clean underneath still, apart from a huge belly full of eggs, no doubt. Have a quick look at that the smaller Kohaku that I had inside. It did have a bit of carp pox on its mouth, so just have a quick check of that. So this one, you can see, the tail's getting a bit wiggly raggedy. There's a little bit of pox on the top of it still there. And it's got a little bit of its peckness in there. And you can see they're starting to get a little bit frayed, but I'm presuming that's going to be from the flukes. So, still a little bit of pox on its mouth as well. It's better than it was. It did have a massive lump right on the end of its top lip. On the whole, it's alright. Obviously now I just need to get these flukes out. I've just ordered me fluke treatment. I'm going to go for something that I haven't used before. I'm going to go with the Lurnex stuff. Ideally I wanted to get the new Lurnex Pro, but I would have been waiting a bit longer for that, and for the amount of flukes that I've got, I needed to get it sorted like quick. So I'm going to go with the normal Lurnex stuff, which I have never used before, so hopefully I have a bit more success with bashing them on the edge straight up, which I don't well, the last 2 fluke treatments I haven't, which was a fluke solve and then the fluke M. Didn't really seem to get rid of all of the flukes. After the second scrape there was still the odd fluke here and there. I obviously want to nail them all. So that should be here tomorrow, and I can get that straight in. Obviously, having just treated with the formalin and malachite green, I don't know whether to PP first or not. I don't know. There's a bit of mucus on them, but there was definitely on the shower. So I need to decide beforehand what I'm going to do. I need to decide today soonish, really. Anyway, well, it's definitely coming, so I might just chuck it in. I've had so many treatments these last few months. I don't want to have to keep treating, if you know what I mean. But obviously, if it makes the fluke treatment more effective, I don't know. Hence going for a different type of fluke treatment this time, just to hopefully get it nailed, rather than becoming a bit resistant to the amount of flukes I've had and the treatment. It's just the same treatment, whether or not that's the case, I don't know, so we'll see. Anyway, so that'll be tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow. Anyway. Oh. Will I ever be blimmin' parasite free? Don't ever feel like it sometimes, but we seem to be getting there, I suppose, slowly but surely. So there's my water tests. So I've still got some nitrite, can't seem to shift it. I've got a tad bit of ammonia as well now, and my pH has gone up a tad. It's normally brown, it's that turning the other colour, so it's about 8.4ish. Obviously ammonia is more toxic at a higher pH, so I definitely need to keep an eye on this now. Yeah, I don't really know. The nitrite I've had for probably 4 or 5 months. I don't get it. Really weird. So I'm running 40 odd kilos of media in my shower, and I've got nearly 50 litres of micro K1 in me vortex thing. Something's not working. Whether or not it's all the treatments that have been going in just absolutely knocking the filter back, I don't know. Did have a few power cuts yesterday. I don't know whether it's some of the building works that they're doing over the back. See all the scaffold and the roofs over there. I don't know whether it's something to do with that, and the power that we did have was really low. Some people reported, neighbours, that they couldn't boil a kettle. My son said it was just on and off for about 2 hours. It was just coming on. Some of his computer or the TV wouldn't work, but the skybox would. It was really weird. So whether or not that's got anything to do with it as well. And it said it was over a couple of hours, so who knows. But yeah, really weird this. I can't seem to shake off a nitrite reading. But there we go. And that's what it is. So I've got my trickle still on. Maybe I need to turn it up a bit more. I don't know. But really strange. Anyway, well, that's where it's at. So the new treatments come. See it? This stuff. I haven't used it before. I've just decided to go with something different this time, rather than the fluke M and fluke solve. As you can see, he's not happy at all. So I'm going to get this in the next 10 minutes. Because I've not used it before, just have a quick read of the instructions and stuff and make sure I measure it out alright. Since I've turned the flow up to my shower, I'm running the pump at about 85-87% or something like that. My bottom drain air now doesn't seem to be, obviously because the drain's pulling more, it's going off at an edge over there, but I don't know, unless it was from the power cuts the other day, my air is playing up, but my air pump that is. But I am pleased now my water quality is back to where it should be. just need to sort out the blooming parasites. So as I say, I'll get the instructions read up. I'm not even sure if it's liquid or powder or what, I don't know, not a clue. And then get it in there. I think I will order some of the... There was a pro version of this. It's a slightly got an additional ingredient in it, or a slightly different ingredient, something like that, which is new. But I think you can only import it from, or order it from somewhere in the Netherlands. But as I say, I've never used this before, so I'm going to give it a bash. Hopefully this will cure my fluke problem, which I seem to have had forever, no doubt. But I've treated for flukes this year 3 or 4 times. I mean, last year again probably 5 or 6 times. So maybe just changing the fluke treatment will help me. Who knows? Anyway, get a quick drink and get measuring. So a bit of working out just to make sure I got it right. So it's 20 grams per 500 litres. So it means I've got to do 540 grams. Standard stuff, UV off, carbon thing off. It's then on it, the fish may irritate the fish through the water and can even jump out of the pond. I hope that don't happen, but anyway. So I'll get that measured out now, mixed up, and then chuck it in. I'll just keep an eye on them, as I say, because I've never used it before, so just want to make sure that everyone's happy. They probably won't be, but hey ho. Anyway, let's get that done now. Is it me, or does anyone else make sure they get it right to the gram? That's 540 grams. Mix it up in my usual red tub thing. Get it. It's all in. First impressions, it mixed up pretty well, and little bits scummy on the top from it, but I presume eventually at some point this stuff will get mashed up with the shower return. But yeah, never seems like it's enough treatment really. I don't know whether it's just me wanting to bung a ton of stuff in, but so it's 540 grams I think, so 3,000 gallons, so we'll see. But yeah, so first impression, it mixed okay. We just hope it does the job, because we're not happy. Well, there's a couple that aren't, particularly that shower there. Anyway, so I'll keep an eye on for a bit and then see where it's at, but looking right at the minute. So the treatment's been in an hour and a half, maybe a bit more. For the first half an hour or so there was quite a bit of splashing, a bit more flashing, and just a bit of craziness from them all, but I've settled down a bit now. Still been a bit of jumping around and flying around the pond, but to be expected I suppose. It did say on the packet as well, leave it 14 days if needed and retreat. I ain't doing that, 14 days, that's way too long. I'll probably leave it again 5 to 7 days a weekish, and then scrape a couple and see where we're at. I know the one I need to keep an eye on is that shower, which keeps pointing out. It's over at the minute, over in the corner, just sort of hanging around. So that will be my go-to fish when I need to scrape them in about a week's time. So not a lot to do really, just sit on my hands for a bit. My nitrite had gone down a tad. I've still not been putting any food in. I did turn the trickle up. So the nitrite had gone down a bit. I don't know what it was at. It's only just a light colour of sort of purpley now, so about 0.25, but still obviously I need it to be 0. Be interesting to see whether this knocks it back at all, but needs must. Just need to get the flukes nuked and then hopefully, be fingers crossed, parasite free. First time in God knows how long. I can't remember the last time there was no parasites in the pond. So, or I was having to rip fish in and out and doing major sort of this, that and the others to them. So hopefully we're on the right track now to being sorted, but it won't hold me breath. It just seems to be the way it goes for me, and especially the last about a year, or probably since I started doing the vids actually, I've just had parasite after parasite and problem after problem. I honestly don't think that I've managed to clear them after each treatment, so when something's happened or something's gone on, it's just flared up again. So I'm going to do my darndest in about a week to see if I can find any more flukes on a few fish, and then make a call on what to do. But there we go. So that's where it's at. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next week. Cheers.